Hello there.
Hello there.
Welcome to Jurassic Unicast stream. How are we all?
Good, 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 good.
Yeah, not bad.
And you?
Right, so who have we got in the chat? We have Jared. We also have Damien and Jack Henry. Hi, Jack. 5 people coming on. We've got Doors Dinos. Hello, Doors
Sam
Dino.
Davis, Kind Godzilla. We got Quantrum.
Oh, lots of people. Nice. Excellent. How is everybody? Put your comments in the chat if you're feeling great. Hopefully, you're all safe over in America at the moment if you're from America, because I know there's a lot going on there with the weather at the moment. We have Chris also in the chat.
Why not?
Yeah,
We
no.
can do
So
both.
so there's a lot has happened recently, boys.
Mm,
A bit going on.
Excited about all
a,
stuff.
a lot of good news. Not just on Dominion. We've got stuff on Frontier releasing Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Mm-hmm.
We've finished Camp Cretaceous Season 3.
Yep.
Finally.
Finally.
Yeah. Although we did miss out an episode.
We did miss a couple of them.
Yeah.
Nothing really happened in them.
Yeah. But
With there's been some games, other games, not just solely the Jurassic World Evolution 2. There's some other stuff that we've stumbled across, which stay tuned to our channel, like and subscribe, and you'll be able to see what those games are.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
I don't even know what them games are. Do I?
Yeah, no, I still need to get back on. I need to get back onto Operation Genesis. Yeah, JPOG, because I'm currently the park is open, but then the park has been left and abandoned. So I need to get back on that one, definitely.
Which is usually how Operation Genesis goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so let's talk about our first topic, which is, let's start with Frontier developers and their new game, Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is coming out, when is it? Fall, like October, November time?
9th of
November
November.
9th, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so not too long to wait, boys. Are we excited before we go into it?
Hell yes.
Yeah. With reservations.
I was going to say, I'm waiting for a but then.
No, I am, but I just don't want it to be too much of a repeat of the last one. As much as I enjoyed the last one, I want some differences for number 2.
Yeah, do you know what I think about the last one is that as much as I actually really enjoyed the DLCs, I think that even in the DLCs, you still did the same thing. It was just that the story was different. Whereas so far from what I've seen from the footage, I really like the environments. I think the environments are really cool, and I feel like they've upped the scale on their details on the bushes and the trees and the foliage and stuff like that. The grass. It seems to be like a little bit more next gen.
Brought a lot of mechanics in from Planet Zoo into the game, haven't they? So the ability to rotate rocks, so you can actually customize now all your main street, all your dino areas and everything like that. So another thing that annoyed me with Jurassic World Evolution 1 was that you go to any person's park on YouTube, and I guarantee, apart from the shape of the fences or where the building placements are, it all looks the same. So
it's quite
hopefully
generic, isn't it?
a bit of creativity put into that. And
however, they've still not implemented the ability to put down individual trees. You can do an individual rock, but you still can't do an individual tree.
Oh, really?
Apparently, no. So I've heard. That's not confirmed, but apparently, no. I think someone spoke to one of the devs, and one of the devs has supposedly say that that's not a thing.
I wonder if that's too hard to sort of later on, like sort of write into the game, you know?
No, it's literally just a bit of code. It should be fine to add in, because they added in other rocks into the DLC of Jurassic World Evolution 1, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping it's something they put in, but at the moment, as far as I'm aware, they're not doing it. But...
So I've got a couple of the trailers here. Shall we watch the release date one or the pre-order one? Which one should we have a look at?
I quite like both the trailers, to be honest.
Well, we've got 3 trailers. One of them's the announcement, and obviously it got announced a while ago. But it's got Jeff Goldblum sort of talking over the top, and I do like that. But no, you could go for the release date one first.
Okay,
because we just spoke about the release date, didn't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jurassic World.
Wow. Okay, so I've got some really good things that I'd like to talk about. First of all, thoughts on the environments, boys.
For me, what really sells the environment is now with what you're seeing there is you're not just looking out. When you was looking out on number 1, you were just looking out on ocean for the most part, but now you've got those dramatic backdrops with the snowy mountains, what looks like desert, arid mountains behind you. So it adds to the environment for me, and it just makes the game look a lot bigger than what it was when you was just on the islands.
So, yep, go on, type it in.
Yeah, with the environments, I see it as, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is now released across America. If you look at it, you've got the deserts, which is like the Arizona deserts. You've got the mountainside of like the Colorado mountains and stuff like that. So the whole of like pretty much America is shown in this, which I actually really like. Yeah. It's a nice break from the usual island vibe that we got from the 6 islands on Jurassic World.
Yeah, reflecting on that, really, I watched Gaming Beaver play his little mode, and he was in like a snowy type environment, and at some point in the game the snow started to fall across the screen, which was really cool. I just think it looks more realistic. I like the lighting.
Yeah,
so I thought like the other game was good, the graphics were good, but I thought when you was on them islands, the sun in the daytime, it was very, very bright. Like the green was very bright. Everything seemed to be very bright. I feel like the lighting in this looks a bit more real. And it might be the engine might have changed. They might have had a bit of an upgrade when it comes to like the new, what's that new system they've put in the PS5 that allows all the different color lighting to make more photorealism, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Yeah, I know what you're on
about. Yeah, they might have. I don't know. They might have something like that.
Yeah, well, the technology is always advancing, isn't it? So
yeah,
they have,
really,
what they
really
can do is finally showing in what we can play on.
Yeah. I mean, I think the game itself looks like really good. I mean, I think the graphics are really good. Like you said before, the foliage looks, and the grass especially, I think looks pretty good within the game. Like I've got no beef with that. My only thing with this game is I just hope, as we've seen in some of the trailers, the animations are a bit better.
Yeah.
That's my only thing I'm waiting for.
The interaction between the dinosaurs is more realistic as well.
Because what used to annoy me with number 1 was when they used to come out the hatchery and they'd do that skid, automatically go to water, do that awkward movement, and then go away.
Yeah, the little skid. Yeah,
The little skid. I'm just like, if they've got rid of that, I'll be happy.
Yeah. If the Allosaurus and T-Rex are pretty solitary in this game, will larger paddocks allow for enough space for the second Rex or Allosaurus to have a territory the same paddock too? Yeah, that's a good question. Sam Davis, King Godzilla, is going to make a prediction later today. I think there's one thing that I liked about this trailer. Another thing, obviously, there's quite a few, is the Aviary Expansion. I really thought that was a good idea, where you can sort of open it up to make it even bigger. I thought that was great.
Now, I wonder with that Aviary. I mean, you saw it expanding into a big quadrant. I wonder if you can actually design, say, like tubes with it.
Yeah, I want to make a Jurassic World logo.
Yeah,
with just an Aviary.
What made me laugh with that is I'm not sure if you've seen this program called Mythic Quest.
No, I haven't.
It's on Apple TV. It's about a game developer who's they run a game development, and there's this thing where they introduce a shovel, and they've got a big thing there called the TTP, which is what they nicknamed time to penis. So how long it takes the gamer to create a penis with the tools in the game. And I'm wondering if you can go that far with the Aviary, what can we do with that game?
Yeah, definitely. But this is a good question for a good statement from James, I should say. We need more attractions, Cretaceous cruise and kayaks. Absolutely. I think it almost like, you know how in J-Pog they had the balloon thing that you could lay around. Imagine like if there was a dino-friendly environment. So there's not necessarily any dinosaurs at all, but you could just, somewhere in your park make a lazy river with a canoe system. And or if you did want to add dinosaurs, there was a way of putting like the invisible barriers, along the banks, so that you didn't get any interaction, but they were there for the people could still see the animals. That'd be a really good idea.
Well, zip line would be good.
The zip line would be awesome. Yeah, imagine a little whee across the screen. And the other thing that I thought was quite cool is the animal interactions with each other. The only thing I hope though is that it isn't just one animation, because from that trailer, I've seen the Brachiosauruses sort of nozzling each other under their chins, and then you've seen there's one where is it in the Pseudoceratops? They're kind of one of them's biting on its horn. Now I've seen that in the game in actual footage, and it does it a lot. I don't want it to be like the only behaviour trait it has.
Yeah. I did like the bit with was it the Allosaurs that was like scrapping? They were like wrapping around each other's necks and stuff.
The necks were like going like this. That seems a bit more. It's kind of like a real.
It's how you would imagine them doing it.
Yeah, I guess almost like trying to show dominance as opposed to killing to eat, if that makes sense. I
did quite like the look of the Majungasaurus as well.
Yeah.
Oh, baby chimps joined.
All right.
I think Jurassic Unicorn should have an OnlyFans account. Really spread themselves out throughout social media. I would pay to watch Steve say things like laboratory. That's the most random comment I've ever.
No, you don't get me like that.
The thing is, though, Steve might say laboratory instead. I don't know.
You'll have to pay.
You have to pay to find out. Or donate. Anyway. Thanks, Doors Dinos. A big shout out. I hope it went out your window and it was on somewhere particularly good. That'd be cool. I need to still learn how to stream. Oh, just watch us. We're the best. We're massive. We're the best you're going to see. So anyway, going forward. Mackenzie's joined the chat. Hello, Mackenzie. Welcome. I think there was a few different things with the building animations as well, which was good. Because as much as I like seeing them be constructed, I don't know whether they seemed quicker or not. I'm not sure. It's hard to sort of tell, isn't it, from a trailer?
Yeah, I did see on Can't remember whose video it was. I was watching. I don't think it was Beavers because I did watch that one.
Best in slot or something.
Yeah, I think it might have been Best in Slot. Yeah, and basically when you put the building down, yeah, you can change the score schemes, but I think you can actually change where the door goes now. So if you put it on a corner, you can actually put the door on a corner, on the front, or on the back, or the side, or wherever. So you can match it to work better with your paths and stuff.
Oh, okay. So Jared says, I think I saw a bit of the Allo species info box from one YouTuber's footage saying that the Allosaurus and Carnotaurus were compatible to house together. I wonder what this means for their attractions. Yeah, you know what? I think that's okay. I think that might be okay, but I guarantee there will be some sort of element of, okay, so they are housed together, but in order for them to be happy, you need to, make it slightly hilly, or with like a certain foliage in there that one of them might like. See, I reckon you might have to balance it out quite a fair bit. Oh, look at that mountain backdrop. It's so cool.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I do like actually about that I've seen that there's no herbivore feeders anymore, is there? They all just eat the surrounding grass and stuff.
Grazing.
Great point. Absolute great point there. What a difference that's going to make, Chris.
Yeah.
Pardon? What's your
I think
view
it was
on
something with the
deluxe
carnivores as well, weren't there? So I think it's like they prefer to eat like goat or something like that. But if they eat from a feeder, they get less. There's something where they get more benefit from they get more benefit from eating a goat than they do from the feeder.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I think makes this look different? Is if you just look at that environment just there, right? It looks less man-made because the random rocks and the trees and the different heights of trees and the different heights of the grass with the bushes with the backdrop, it looks less pylon-y.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm wondering if that will be the aesthetic of the game and make it look better.
That's a good point. Do you see any pylons?
There are pylons. I've seen Beaver do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are back, unfortunately.
They are there, but you can also put like individual things close to a building, and it's like a remote one, so it connects to a main one,
Like
and you have to have that near it. Yeah, but it's like works remotely. But I think they can go down pretty quick, and you have to top them up with like petrol or something, don't you?
Oh, really? Okay, Mackenzie, I actually don't know what the deluxe edition species are, so would you mind typing them in the chat and then we'll discuss them?
I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, there's two editions, isn't there? So you've got the standard edition, the deluxe edition, and the deluxe edition gives you some skins and I think it's 4 dinos. Might be more. I can never remember.
I've not even checked what the price is yet. I will be pre-ordering it, but I've not checked it yet.
It all depends on the system, I believe.
Thanks for joining, though, Sam. Make sure you give it a quick thumbs up, please. Get us more noticed. That'd be very, very helpful. And come back, man.
Did PS get it late last year, like the last Jurassic, or did they get it at the same time?
Yeah, same time.
I remember the PC people getting it before us.
Yeah.
Like, we got to play it on the PC before, but other than that, have you finished this trailer, Steve, already? Yeah, you have. Go for it. I'll go try and find the Allosaurus, the fight. I think it's towards the end.
I think it's after Majungasaurus, isn't it?
Oh, come on, man. There we go.
There it is. See there, right there. That was cool.
So, what is that? A Majungasaurus? No, what is that?
What is that?
Is that that new? Is that
it's
new?
Not an owl.
Nah, is that new? The Tyrannosaur species.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember the name of it. If anyone knows, pop it in the chat because I can't remember.
It is Coeliophysis.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not. No, it's not Coeliophysis. That's small.
Okay,
I think it begins with a T.
Right, so Geosternbergia, I think that's the flying reptile with the funny end of its snout.
I thought it was an Orthochirus at first.
Atimbrosaurus. What on earth is that? That's definitely made up. Pachyrhinosaurus. Okay, they're bringing the Pachyrhino in. That's cool. Hyangosaurus. I know what that.
That's like a like an
a
Anki,
Stego.
but it's more like a Kentro, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cross between the two. And Megalosaurus,
Yeah.
right? Okay, Megalosaurus is a carnivore, isn't it? I know that.
See, when I think of Megalosaurus, I just think of Dinosaurs, a Disney show.
Yeah.
That's what he was on.
Ah, there it is. That's the name of it. That's the Kianzasaurus.
Nah, that's it.
Kianzasaurus. What a stupid name.
I'm glad you pronounced that one.
Yeah, right. Okay, go on. Press play, Steve. Watch the rest of this, and then we'll skip straight through to the next trailer. Oh, look at this. I love the shark does look good though. Actually,
Just wait though. See if I can pause it. How skinny does this mosasaur look?
coming out of the water, it does. But
Yeah.
I know after seeing the game footage, it's actually massive because
Yeah,
he released the plesiosaur after, and it was like it fit in its mouth. So yeah, it does look skinny when you're used to seeing the movie version. Yeah. Oh, that's the last thing I'll talk about.
Yeah.
That.
Love that.
Yes.
I lost it when I saw that. Well, that's my favourite bit of anything I've seen in Jurassic World Evolution so far. Even the return to Jurassic Park.
What do we think this is then? Do we think this is a showcase arena where they do battles?
No, I don't.
What do you think it is then?
I'd love to say it's a Rex enclosure, but I don't think it's that either. I think it's like a show place, like you would go like to see a parrot show, but it's for a Rex.
I think it might be. You know, when they had like the innovation center for, what was it, science or what was it? Because they had 3 buildings, didn't they, that you could add in if you unlock the science, entertainment. I forget what the 3 things were now.
Science, entertainment, and security. Yeah.
And I think
that's got to be entertainment. That's got to be.
Yeah. Because if you look in it, it's got all like what looks like windows inside it, which look like the ones you get in the viewing domes that you used to put around the paddocks.
Yeah.
And there's paths going to it, but then the paths look a lot like how when you laid the innovation center down.
Yeah, it does actually. That's true. I'm wondering if this is almost like the innovation center for the San Diego.
It could be
part of the world.
I bet it could be. Yeah.
So that's like their visitor center.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that if it hadn't been for them paths that Steve said, but I didn't even notice them.
And you got the skyline of San Diego in the background as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Steve.
You don't bring people around the world to visit a zoo. You bring the zoo to them. Okay, so hopefully Jurassic Park San Diego, we are able to put all the Lost World species. Yes. Allosaurus is the size of an adult, but it's a juvenile model. It is actually. I'm surprised after the battle at Big Rock they didn't change the model of that. Really surprised. Because we've now got an in-canon Allosaurus that we know is an adult. And they opted for the old mode. So, but it's actually the San Diego amphitheater. It's an amphitheater. Oh,
it is, but
someplace else. I can see a city in the distant background.
That's the thing that made me question the fact that there's no back on it.
Yeah, it didn't, did it? It almost looked like there was going to be fencing attached to that.
Yeah, so that's why I thought it might have been an animation where you build a fence around the back and then the Rex will walk in as like an animation when that's put in an enclosure. But yeah, I don't think that's what it is now. Steve spoiled that theory for me.
Sorry, mate.
Right, Steve, do you want to play the next trailer?
Yes. We watched the... Which one do we watch?
We watched the...
release date.
Release date, yeah.
Pre-order.
Next one's going to be the pre-order.
Welcome to Jurassic World.
Alright, so a lot of it was a repeat on some of the footage, but there was some new stuff as well. I liked it was quite early on in the trailer actually. I can't think of what it was called. Well, it was the rock. I like the fact that you can lay down rocks and rotate them. It's a little bit more Planet Zoo-y, which is what I was hoping for actually in this game. I was hoping there was a bit more creative control with it, because one thing that I like is designing and making my own buildings as well as using the ones that they provided. Like one of the things I really liked about the last one thing I didn't like about the last game is there was no sort of form of T-Rex kingdom. Like you couldn't have any buildings to sort of make a like that sort of stadium type mechanic. So I built mine on Planet Zoo, which you can find the video for if you look for Planet Zoo Jurassic World builds on our channel. You can see me time lapse it, but that sort of thing is what I would like to do. And they haven't done that, but you know, I'm sure there's a reason behind it. They might even bring that out later on a later time. Just different walls. I'd like to have some sort of option to lay down walls. You know, things like that. But go on, Steve, you want to say something?
Yeah. US Fish and Wildlife Service. What is that about?
Yeah, I seen that. I was wondering that.
It's not just on that little bit there. If you look on the helicopters that are tranking, I can get
Plastered up there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
US Fish and Wildlife. It's just quite an odd thing to add in when they could add in Jurassic World or the Dino Protection Group or, you know, anything like that.
I mean, I can understand it not being Jurassic World because they're off the islands now, and obviously, local jurisdictions would probably come into it when they're looking after catching dinosaurs or whatever. But yeah, I think that's still a bit of a strange choice to have that.
Maybe
US Fish and Wildlife.
Maybe at the time of like the area that it's in, that might be the
governing body.
The governing body, yeah.
Could
obviously in Costa Rica, you'd have the Costa Rican government and handlers and stuff. So it's just maybe that's how that is in that area, you know.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Lake Placid. You know when they bring in like the locals to like catch this big croc.
Yeah.
Well, this area reminds me of Tremors.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, what a film.
Did you see the Ichthyosaurus gameplay on Jurassic World Evolution 2? No, I haven't actually. I like the Ichthyosaurs though. They're cool. Did someone look at the new T-Rex model? Yeah, I don't overly think it's that great, if I'm honest. That's just, I don't know whether I'm a minority or not. There's some of it, like the details are better, but I feel like it actually doesn't look any better. I think they've made the eye look different and it doesn't look right for me. Yeah, I didn't really think they needed to fix something that weren't broke. But everyone else seems to see different T-Rexes to me.
It didn't really bother me. I can see the differences it made, and I get your point on it, but yeah, it's something to do with the face. It is something to do with like the way the face curves in. It seems to curve in a bit too much for me, but it's not a big deal for me.
It says it makes sense that Fish and Wildlife will be involved in monitoring and intervening in dinosaur activities in the wilds and national park areas in North America. Maybe
so. Maybe so indeed. But yeah, here we go. We've got the rock on screen now. So Steve, just scroll back a little bit so you can see it sort of rotating and turning and stuff. There you go.
Well, there's a pylon in the back there, Steve. There you go.
Oh no.
Hey. So, yeah, but how much more real does that environment look?
No.
It does.
Like, I never thought this sort of game off the island would work, but it does look so much more. It looks more like a nature documentary that you've been allowed to build a park in.
Mm.
Is it me or does that gyrosphere look incredibly small? I don't know if it's just a perspective. It looks like a tennis ball.
It is small.
That Triceratops is big though.
I do like the Gorgosaurus dino doors dinos, one of the two. That Aviary looks sick. I can't wait.
I wonder if we're going to have a
Definitely
limit
wait.
on how big they can go.
I'd say so.
I'll be very disappointed if you can't.
If that's it.
If you
I mean,
just
if you can
can't.
just go 4, I would
Yeah.
imagine that's probably the limit, but because the mosasaur's built the same way in it, that paddock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's cool.
All little playful, and you got the Gallimimus in the background, and what's that
I like
dino
it.
there?
That looks like that.
Mallow?
That looks like that. No, that looks like
Majunga.
the Majunga. These are. I reckon these are Struthiomimus, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish there was a bit of sexual dimorphism between the horns of the females and the males. At the moment, it looks like they're pretty much similar, and you can't really tell what's what. Because I know in Battle at Big Rock, the male was its frill and its horns were drastically bigger.
Yeah.
So, Sci-Fi Master, hello there. Doginosaurus. Yeah, actually, you know what? They might be galleys.
I don't know. It's
No, I think that's I don't
Hard to
know.
tell.
I'd still go with the Struthie on that, but
I love
it
the
is a bit
fact that the
galleous.
T-Rex, the dinosaurs hunted them through the trees. Oh, that's great.
yeah. He's hoping that you can drive through the trees and the foliage, and not stopped by a bush.
Well, apparently the Ranger vehicles are no longer as well going to be safe.
Yeah. Well, they implemented that in the
in the first one, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I like the fact that we've got the little Dimorphodon, like, just randomly escaped.
Yeah.
No, freedom! Run away! Do you think they'll change the Giga model? Very, very good question indeed. I hope that they do, but I'm hoping that we don't get the Giga until Dominion has been released. And then,
nothing will.
because I don't want to see the old version if we've then having to play this game and then knowing that other version's out. And as much as people might not like it, it does look bloody good. And I just think in this game it looks sick. So
Yeah.
I think because I guarantee at some point we will get the hybrids back, because people will probably want to make the hybrids. As much as they're not everyone's cup of tea, they are cool.
Yeah.
You know, like seeing the Indoraptor and the E750, like people are going to want to make them, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
do you ever think we'll get any Camp Cretaceous stuff in there in terms of like building mechanics or like the Camp Cretaceous gate or anything like that? I don't think we will, but it'd be cool if they implemented a small.
It'd be very
DLC.
good if they will. I did. I think they did actually answer a question once and said that they're not implementing any Camp Cretaceous in, but there's no reason why they couldn't be working on a DLC.
Yeah.
For Camp Cretaceous. Weird question. How similar are InGen and Umbrella Corp? What's Umbrella Corp?
Wasn't that the?
You don't mean Manticore, did I?
Yeah, because I don't know anyone about an Umbrella.
It could be a typo.
Could InGen make zombies? Could Umbrella make dinosaurs?
Umbrella Corp is in that Resident Evil.
Oh,
okay.
Right, with you.
That fits on the zombies. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Why not? That'd be pretty sick. I'd love that.
Imagine
Like
that game in VR.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be sick. A Dominion DLC. Yes, all day, 100%. They're definitely working on that.
They'll do that.
They're definitely doing that. I can imagine like a new pack of Atrocious Raptors that are coming anything else that we know that's coming. Do you know what I mean? They've got to. It's too much of a demand. Oh yeah, I'm on about. Oh yeah, I'm about to go and make a prediction. Yeah, go and make your prediction. I don't know what on. But, yeah. So guys, that is the end of this topic. We're going to go to a quick, 20-30 second break, and we will be back very, 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 very shortly.
Give me every time.
Right, okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that first section and you haven't disappeared and gone off, and you do come back and stay for this second section, because this one is about Jurassic World Dominion and the amazing news that came out quite recently at the CinemaCon. So just before we move in, I'd like to just get these last questions, things out on the chat, which I think they're quite good. I also am curious about the marine reptiles and how they might interact with terrestrial and aerial species. 100%. Will the mosasaurus be able to lunge and grab animals too close to the lagoons? That would be cool. That'd be really cool if you're allowed to sort of have an open. That will only depend, I think, if you can create a natural pool as opposed to a tank. But then I don't think that'll be possible. I don't know. And the last one, what's your thoughts about the new Jurassic World game called Primal Ops? That's I assume the Oculus.
Oh, is that not the one for the Rift?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it?
I think it might be.
Let's have a look.
Jurassic World Primal. Steve's going to check, and we'll see. Steve, I'll put you on mute while you're typing away. Right, so let's go into some news. So let me just share my screen so everyone can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so the movie will ask the question, if dinosaurs lived among us, would you be safe? Trevorrow explains. And the answer is no. A mosasaur emerges from the ocean to eat an entire helicopter. A raptor runs across a building top. A T-Rex is in a city. There's stunts, falling, vehicles flipping. Sam Neill and the entire cast are face to face with a T-Rex in the woods. There is a lot of footage of Neill, Goldblum, Dern, Pratt and Howard and more all together. The dinosaurs are brilliantly brought to life, seemingly combining modern visual effects with practical opportunities to have a created T-Rex on the set and in the camera. It was colourful, thrilling showing of the film. This is the movie that I've been waiting to make from the beginning, Trevorrow told the reporters during the press conference for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous in 2020. It's the one that we have spent the past two movies building to. It really was the part of a larger story and part of the design. And I think people may be underestimating the size and importance of Laura Dern, Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum's characters in this movie. It is very much an ensemble, and that includes the ability to take these beloved characters from almost 30 years now and understand how they interact with each other in the context of a world that we've really never seen before and have not been able to witness until now. It's very exciting for me, and I'm having the time of my life. So it's pretty exciting stuff regarding the what was said and what it appears to have been shown in this footage. There was also the the confirmation of a dinosaur species that's going to be in it, based on a description. Chris, do you remember what that was?
No.
You don't?
No.
Well, it is the. I kind of don't know whether to say that or not, really, because
you message it me later.
Because it says it was all there, it's all been said, but I don't know whether Steve's seen it or not.
I haven't.
Take your headphone off, Steve.
Nah, it's all right.
I think I have read it.
I will say it. No, I will say it. It's basically there's an animal coming back that
Oh yeah,
a lot
Sorry,
of the fans have been happy to see. So
Yeah, I'm with you.
that's one
Maybe
of the
I'll do
other
that one.
things, which is pretty cool, and it's going to be exciting to see how that is brought into the movie of some
Oh
sort.
man, we even talked about that the other day, and I've just totally remembered that full conversation.
Oh, really? Yeah. So there's lots of stuff to sort of take in. The original cast being face to face with the T-Rex again. How do we think that's going to go down?
I'm just glad they're not like just a bit part and just in there to say, "All right, here they are. See you later." I'm just glad that it sounds like they've got more of a decent role within the film, but them coming in face to face with Rexy again, I just can't wait to see Ian's face. I think more than anyone.
Yeah, I can't wait. Same with Alan's. Really, I want to see how he's portrayed in this film because you think he was completely different from in Jurassic Park 1 than he was in Jurassic Park 3. Now that another 2 films have passed, how is he going to be in Jurassic World Dominion? Is he going to be a dino lover? Is he going to be how he was in Jurassic Park 3? It's tough.
I think Alan Grant is supposed to be Jurassic Park 3 version. From what they've been saying, it's a bit more Alan Grant that we know from that film.
Yeah.
So probably miserable.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he's changed his personality that much from 3, just because of how kind of anti he was. I think the only time I think the only time we actually seen the old Alan Grant was that section where when he first arrived on the island, he was like, "Oh my god, I forgot."
Yeah.
And that was the Alan Grant we saw in the first one, but other than that, he was just a miserable git for the full film, wasn't he, really?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to seeing the most from these old characters? Like what would give you a closure? Like what is it you want to see?
To be honest, Rexy dying.
Yeah, I did actually mean the human characters.
I know.
As a return, right? But
do you know what I would love to see? And I don't know whether we will, but I'd kind of like to see it is obviously if there's some interaction between Owen and Grant, and Grant actually gets the opportunity to like be next to Blue and stroke Blue and realize again how amazing the Raptors are, rather than just being chased by them all the time.
Yeah,
I think he kind of has that closeness.
I think that's kind of where I was going to go, Chris, with it as well. You know, mate, pretty much similar sort of thoughts on that. I'm looking forward to seeing how, like Owen and him, kind of, or how almost like he has this arc of, because the last time we know Alan Grant, he almost has his own thoughts about what these Jurassic World or Jurassic Park Raptors or Jurassic Park animals are. Nothing more than theme park monsters. Nothing more, nothing less. So when he goes back to the island, it doesn't exactly change his mind, does it, really? So in that time, 20 years... Is it 20 years? Yeah, 20 years has passed. 20 years has passed. He's gone back to the fossilization, I guess, being a paleontologist, doing that side of it. So I'm wondering whether he has an underlying fascination, because as much as, like, when I was little and I went and saw Jurassic Park for the first time, I was 6. We were 6, weren't we, Steve, in 1993?
Yes. Yeah.
About 6 or I think it was 6 or 7.
5 or 6.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Yeah. I remember being petrified of it at that age. Like, it scared me, but it scared me into fascination. So after that film was released and I watched it on home video and I weren't scared anymore, I then become like an obsession. And I then become obsessed with dinosaurs. Well, probably Land Before Time got me into dinosaurs, but you know, I was obsessed with being scared, if that makes sense. You know, I like that thrill that you got. And I think, you know, you think Alan Grant and he's got that. I think he might have that like that fascination behind like his exterior, you know. And I'm wondering if that will get the better of him, and he will, as much as he'll put up a front, he will want to go in and dive in and see how Blue is why she is.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the chat. Big Rich, welcome to the stream. So I've just seen your message there, mate. Hope you're okay. Someone's asking what Giganotosaurus is. That would be an incredible scene to have Grant and Blue interacting. How in that moment going to play out, and what will it mean for both Grant and Blue? I just generally think that Grant will be very, very fearful, and I don't think he'll be very happy. But I also think he would be absolutely fascinated at the relationship he's got with Chris Pratt. Blue's got with Chris Pratt, I mean. So it'll be interesting to see. And I don't know how much they will show, if I'm honest. I don't, you know, there's quite a big story they've got to get through, isn't there?
What do we think? Do we think Ellie's still married?
Oh, good question.
I'd hope so.
I do not want a Ellie Grant reunion.
No.
100% don't want that.
I still don't believe, I've always said this from the start, I still don't believe they were together.
See, I think they were in the first film. I don't think it was anything serious, but I do. There's just a few seeds
really
there.
good friends. So
I have a feeling they were
Friends with
like a friends with benefit situation. Like there was an underlying attraction there.
Yeah.
Because
they're out on a dig, nothing to do. There's a tent there. Why not?
I think there's history. I think there is a little bit. I think, you know, a couple of drunk nights out, I think there's been an incident or two. And I think he actually likes her in that way more than she likes him. But I don't know. And then obviously she gets married anyway and has a kid. Charlie, who's now like 20 odd. Right, let's get to the chat. What if there's a flashback of Dennis Nedry in Dominion? I would like that, but I don't know whether they've not got the actor Wayne Knight back. So if they do show it, it would probably be a stunt double actor, like you'll see the behind of him, or a different POV. So you know that Nedry's in that car, for example, or something like that. I'd like to see Dr. Grant have a positive interaction with the Raptor. I would too. Did you guys see the merchandise with Blue and the unknown baby raptor? I did, and I think that is Blue's offspring. And she did that.
I don't think it can be real.
What do they call it when they sort of give birth to...
Reproduce asexually, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Alan Ride Blue. No. Got to go, guys. Great stream as always. See you next time. Thanks, Jared.
Cheers, Jared.
Pleasure, mate.
See you, mate.
Thank you very much. So it's a real tough one. Alan Grant. Do you know what? The one that see Alan Grant being a paleontologist, I think he's easy to bring into a story. As much as there's no reason for him to be there, you could probably leave him out completely and it'd make no difference to the story. Well, we don't know what the story is, but I'm talking about Jurassic World in general. They've written it to include these characters, haven't they? So you could probably just as happily continue this story with Chris and Bryce and Maisie without the original cast being involved at all. But they've seemed to have written them in.
It's just like Fallen Kingdom. It was like you didn't need Jeff Goldblum's character really in there, but it was nice to have him in there to do his little part in there because it made sense, but it wasn't needed.
No, definitely not. I think that Laura Dern's character is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting.
See, that's the only character I can't see where she's going to go in this film. The others I can kind of see a route for, but I just don't know where she's going to slot into it, really.
I think, do you know what? There's, I know that the environment's going to change in this film. So I have a feeling that she's going to be brought in to sort of work out what on earth is going on. Because I think we're going to have you're going to have the biasing stuff, but the biasing stuff's going to be separate in part, almost like so you've got the timeline here. I reckon the biasing stuff's going to be going there, and our main cast is going to be going here, and they're not going to know of each other until something that familiar happens, which kind of connects the dots. And then, because I think we've got another season of Camp Cretaceous first, and I reckon that's going to lay down a lot of foundations in season 4 for some of the stuff that might pop up in Dominion.
Judged on what we've seen from pictures and stuff,
Yeah. Where do you think? I know we're sort of going off topic here. With season 4 of Camp Cretaceous, where do you think it's going to go? Because the original plan was that Dominion would be already released by now. So are they going to have to, on the fly, create this whole new storyline to not give anything away for Dominion? Or was like the original plan with Camp Cretaceous to follow the storyline of like Jurassic World? We've had the Fallen Kingdom part. Now they're going to be off the island. It's an explosion. Were they supposed to have this Dominion tie in, or do we have to wait for season 5 or 6 of Camp Cretaceous to get where it should have been, where we are now? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's whether season 4 would have come before Dominion and they put it in like, say, May, ready for the June release, or did they do it afterwards, knowing that anything in it is going to be after Dominion's come out, so they don't care?
Yeah.
But in that case, we're not getting that until after Dominion releases. So
yeah, it would be a year's time.
Yeah,
that we'll probably get that.
Do you think we'll have two seasons of Camp Cretaceous then?
I think we're getting 5 seasons.
Do you think they'll make one post Dominion then, or do you think it?
Yeah,
I think one will be pre, one will be post, depending. Yeah, I'm not sure about season 4 now.
Yeah, because like I said, I think they had plans originally before this COVID stuff and the shutdown and delays and everything, where Camp Cretaceous, the storyline was going to be Dominion involved.
Yeah.
So I think they still want to have that story into Camp Cretaceous, but we just have to wait a little bit longer, and so do they, really. I'll tell you, I'd eat it.
I wonder what that would taste like, actually, because obviously a compy is from the Jurassic or Triassic. So it's probably going to be more reptilian than it.
Triassic.
Probably reptilian more than.
Probably be like alligator.
Maybe. Not as tough as that, though.
Yeah.
Depends how you cook it.
There will be a Demon Carnotaurus in Dominion. Yeah, there will be, because I think the Demon Carnotaurus is still around. I think that's the one with the stumpy horn. I don't know why this Demon Carnotaurus... Did the old Kelatoy have a stump on its horn? I'm just wondering where this Demon like the actual phrase of the Demon Carnotaurus...
I don't know where it's come from, but I know it's like common terminology now.
Yeah. Like, I know Toro, obviously, from Camp Cretaceous has been named.
Yeah.
But we don't know whether that one's alive or not. I actually don't even know how many Carnotauruses there are. There seems to, like...
I thought there was 3. Don't know where I'm remembering that from, but I thought there was 3.
Oh, talking of... what about Lockwood's cloned granddaughter? Oh, yeah. Do you think the film will incorporate that into the plot, or will it mostly be focused on chasing and capturing dinosaurs? I know Maisie's got a part in the film, definitely. 100%.
Yeah, the clone footage, haven't we, of...
Yeah, the clone plot point is definitely it's too important, and you know what you hear through the grapevine and all that. We know that sort of thing will get some sort of form of closure, or at least explained.
They wouldn't have put it in otherwise, because you could have had Fallen Kingdom without that plot, and it would have been a similar film. But they've put it in because of to play out in Dominion.
Yeah, I do think though, like that's one thing that, as much as some people might not think Colin Trevorrow's or whoever's writing these films isn't as good as David Koepp, but one thing that I noticed that Colin has done consistently, there's not plot holes in stories Like the stories, you can, if you've got an issue or you want to ask a question based on something you've seen, generally the source material is there. Either it's in a prequel film in the past, a legacy film, or it's from the previous film that we've just watched. So I'm pretty sure we wouldn't put a whole mazy plot line in without any explanation. Mike, you said it's from the Series 2 line. Could you tell me if it had a stumpy horn? I'm just wondering why the Demon Carnotaurus name, why they're associating that with this Carnotaurus in Fallen Kingdom, or where it is, Jurassic World, wherever. I think, where were we? What were we even talking about then? I lost my train of thought. Can you remember?
Maisie.
Maisie. Yeah, Maisie. There's a lot. Talking of Lockwood, we've had a little cheeky message with the one of the cast members, Eva Trill, who plays Charlotte Lockwood in the next film. Now, I don't know who Charlotte Lockwood is meant to be. I don't know if it's meant to be her mum, Maisie's mum, in a flashback scene or something. We don't know. I'm excited to find out who Charlotte Lockwood is. She looks very similar to...
We didn't get her name in Fallen Kingdom, though, did we?
No. She's never been mentioned. The actual name has never been...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. She's never been mentioned before. So we hopefully... she's agreed to come on. Fingers crossed we can get her on. To come on the show after Dominion has been released, as has the paleontologist Steve Brissett. So that'd be
an interesting one.
That'd be a nice one to have. Nice conversation. So guys, don't forget to check them out. When obviously I'm talking a bit more in the future here, but it'd be good to have you all back on the conversation. Yeah. So we've discussed Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler. We've discussed Maisie now. We've discussed the Demon Carnotaurus. Some of the stuff I'd suggest maybe leaving, because I know, Steve, you're not completely up to date with, in terms of, not spoiler as such, but you've tried to stay away from it as much as possible. Yeah. So we won't discuss details on how animals look as such. But have you heard about the raptors that are in this new film? Nothing at all.
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you, work has played a massive part in this, to be honest. All I've been doing lately is work.
Well, these have been part of the viral marketing, so they're not necessarily spoilers.
Yeah. They've
basically posted them all the lunch boxes, all the bags, and all this sort of stuff. So basically, there's a pack of 4 raptors. They're called Atrocious Raptors. It's a new species. And that's pretty much as we know. But we can only assume that they're from Biosyn.
Mm.
It's the only place it can come from, really. Yeah,
because we know they're not InGen, because they've never been appeared in any other film. So they've got to be from Biosyn. And they look pretty cool. They're really good designs. They're very, very similar to the designs of the tiger striped raptors crossed with the Jurassic Park 3 female.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really cool. So it'd be nice to see them in live action, because obviously you can never really go by the renders, can you?
Renders, yeah, because they can always change.
The renders don't really give them
the full lot.
Yeah, give them the cool factor, because the Indominus Rex, I don't think, based on the renders, looks as good as the actual animal does in the film.
No.
Whereas things like the Carnotaurus, I think the Carnotaurus render looks really good.
I still remember comparing the Indominus Rex on the birthday plates compared to what we saw in the film, and it is just completely different.
It's literally night and day, isn't it?
And that was what was spoilt, wasn't it? That's what spoilt the Indominus Rex, because that got released somewhere early, didn't it?
Yeah. Mike says also its coloration was black with red stripes. Okay, right. So they based the color pattern on the Demon Carno. Right. I had broken call. Yeah. So lots of obviously there's some new additions. There's a lot of new. Someone actually posted up the new dinosaur species that are meant to be in it.
I think it was Big Rich, wasn't it?
Yeah, someone posted. Right, there we go. So we've got the Dreadnoughtus, Quetzalcoatlus, Nuceratops, Guanodon, Oviraptor, and the Morrison-Trapedus. Yeah, they're the ones from the
preview,
advanced preview. Yeah.
Which I didn't get to see.
Yeah, I've not seen it, so you know.
No.
But at least I didn't have to sit through me
and
a
obviously
film.
the Giganotosaurus, and obviously the Giganotosaurus is part of that as well. Big Rich, if you want to drop the names of the raptors, yeah, that's fine. They'd be making no difference by giving them names like Big E and
Phil.
Roderick, Phil, Jeff. I know one of them's called Red because Red is my favourite. So Steve, I might actually share the image of Red because Red is cool. If you actually want to see it, do you want to see it?
I can see I can see the confusion in his eyes. He's like, I do, but I don't.
It's tough.
Go on.
Go on. I'll see this one, but
all right. It's still
Steve.
Go on. It's just gonna heighten your excitement. Actually, if I can find it, I'm trying to look for it now. I can't find it.
And then I would probably say that I would let you two guys chat more in depth of Dominion if you like.
So we'll probably finish up in a minute. Red, Panther, Ghost, and Tiger.
Panthera.
Sounds like Thundercats.
Panthera.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panthera. That's like the isn't that like the scientific name for like tigers? Panthera tigris or something.
Yeah, I think it is.
But we've got where is it? I can't find them. No idea where them raptors are. Never mind. Can't find them. Probably best for you, Steve. Oh no, I did find them. Sorry.
I was about to say. Oh, gosh, he's telling it.
Oh, is it?
No.
Oh. Yeah. So we've got. So I've got a shot here of all 4 raptors. You can say yes or no.
Go on in.
Right. Okay. Let's get the share screen going. Window. There we go.
Oh, I can look cool.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Right. So the one I like the most is this one here.
Uh-huh.
The one in the middle on the left.
Do quite like Ghost though.
But Ghost is pretty cool. That's the one I was saying that looks like the female Jurassic Park 3 one. And then the one on the right, I assume is the tiger striped. It's not the best quality of render, I'm not going to lie. And the one on the left might be Panthera. I don't know. We don't know. But I just think they look cool. I'm excited to see them in live action. I'm pretty sure they'll look absolutely sick. Matty Davis is in the chat. Welcome, son. Go on the city. Go on, son.
When you
love how
Red Raptor, I thought you were going to say this from Arthur.
Do you know what though, Steve? I'm really happy that we've actually got the Red Raptor in, because it's always one of those raptors that you always see on games and we've never seen in a film.
Yeah,
and they've actually got a red raptor now, because we've had the red just looks good on the dinosaur, like at the Carnotaurus, how the red looks good on that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had a T-Rex that was actually red?
The Red Rex.
Like the Red Rex, but well, not quite so clarity pink as the Red Rex, but like the Carnotaurus colour with like black stripes. It looks so sick.
Only if it had a tail that held itself up, though.
Yeah. The little bent tail. I've got that Red Rex ass in the cupboard. I'll get it out otherwise. But
my full Jurassic Park compound is going to be shit for my mum and dad's in December.
In fact, right, give me 2 seconds. I know, Steve, you're going to go in a minute. Just talk for 1 sec.
Yeah, can't wait for that. I'm going to go down in December. I'm going to get it shipped up.
Yeah.
Sit there and play like a little kid for a few months.
Beautiful.
Might even take a
well,
week off work just to play with it.
yeah. While we've got a couple of minutes with James, what I'll do is I'll remove him off the screen. So a little side thing, my wife is going to be doing a 10K walk for her solicitors where she works. They're doing a legal awareness, so I think they're cutting down on legal aid. So they're trying to raise money to assist and help people that need it. So I'm going to drop a link in the description. Any donation, big or small, helps and will go a long way. And it will also make it worthwhile that she has to walk 10 kilometers, which she never does.
So I can't remember the last time I did even half of that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. But it should be a good one. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's down.
There he is. Oh, mine's not that bad.
What is that?
Oh, mate.
Look at that.
Does the sound still work?
No, I've not got the sound, but you can squeeze and the mouth still opens.
Yeah.
Though.
That sound, I love it.
See, if I put the sound in mine, it just roars constantly.
Yeah,
It's
it makes it-
knackered.
Look at that tail.
What have you done to it?
Mine went the same when I chucked it in a box, but I also
know what,
put its
though?
head in, and its head was like flipped over as well.
Do you know what though? Stands up with perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look. It's like a tripod.
Oh, that is brilliant.
It's
You know what I still say though, it's still the best T-Rex toy they've ever made.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you like the Colossal?
No.
I would go and get the Colossal, but my boy is asleep.
Because to me, that looks more like the T.
That's your kid awake.
Yeah, that looks more like the T-Rex that we see in the films.
I just wish
Like
it was
that
rubber.
sculpt is something. I know this one was based off of this one was based off of the Phil Tippett maquette,
Okay.
right? But
Let's
this
see.
looks so much more like the one we get in the film. Look at that. For me, that's night and day. But
It is. Do you know what? I just like the rubbery texture of the Red
yeah,
Rex.
I wish
that if that was rubber on that, I'd love it.
this one does move around,
Yeah.
but it just clicks and
Yeah, it's
things
just
like
that noise. Drive
But
me
this
nuts.
one, yeah. But this one, the floppy
Just
Rex,
like flops about.
Love it.
Floppy Rex.
the overbite sells it for me. Yeah, I agree, Big Rich. I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. Because this one, you shut the mouth. Oh no, this one's got a slight.
Slight overbite on it, but
No,
not much.
This
Oh,
one
yeah,
looks
that's
better.
actually.
So this one looks okay, but it's not as squared. It's almost like,
It's almost
I
like the
don't
bottom
know,
jaw's
it's
a bit too small.
do you know what?
Yeah.
I've got this Rex is what's that? 28 years old,
Yeah.
and he's actually like in
Oh, here he
immaculate
is.
condition.
Now you
Yeah,
see
it's a
that's a Rex
colossal.
in it.
Call that a Rex. Now this is a Rex.
I do like that Rex, though. I
Yeah,
never
it
actually
is.
bought that, and I wish I had done.
Look at the foot.
Yeah, because that's the only way it'll stand up.
Oh no, is that right?
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does not stand up, but I can't even properly show it on the camera.
Yeah.
That thing's massive, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got the Brachiosaurus, but I can't get that out. It's under my daughter's bed.
She's asleep. You're like, shut
Yeah.
up. Shh.
Just
Just pull out this massive.
What are you
mouth.
doing? I'm getting my dinosaur out. Leave me alone.
Right, guys. Anyway, we've gone way off topic. We've discussed the Dominion stuff. It sounds really epic and exciting. I think. I don't know what we didn't actually talk about. Sorry, I know we want to go, Steve, because you got work well early. But we didn't actually quickly discuss Austin Powers,
I can't concentrate when you're doing that over there.
the new ride in Shanghai.
Oh, yeah.
How sick does that look?
Oh, it looks unbelievable. It looks sick.
yeah.
It's almost the perfect Jurassic ride, isn't
Yeah.
it? Almost. The only thing I would probably suggest that they could have done a little bit better.
Bring it
Is-
closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make it in Asia somewhere.
Yeah.
Put it in London.
Yeah, put it on, yeah. But what the whole park is just superb, isn't it?
It's nuts.
They've got the innovation centre, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Like, what a queue system. Like,
I was actually looking at flights the other week for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would go, but I would go on the way as a stop off because I think I want to go to Australia. I've been to Australia, luckily, but I want to go because I've got family there. And Emma's never been, so I want to go with her. But I think we'd go as a stop off and then maybe go to that park just as a stop off. I'd have to, but then I don't. But I don't know how far that is and how feasible that would be and when that would ever be.
It is feasible. It can be done.
Yeah.
It's it breaks the trip out. I think it's something 8 to 10 hours to China, and then I think 4 or 5 hours from there on.
I've done it for someone before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want
it's
to go.
always
My big one is to go to Japan. So I'd probably do that.
Yeah. Japan is a beautiful country as well, isn't it? So
then I'd have to go. I want to go Shanghai because I've got to see Disney as well.
Yeah, Shanghai Disney. That's the thing. Like, you want to go if you're going to go to these Asia countries. You've got like their Disneyland's so cool as well. Like they've got the massive castle as well, haven't they? There at Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, we've gone way off topic.
Again.
Sorry, guys. But yeah, thanks so much for everybody that's been on the stream. Been an absolute pleasure having you on. Hope you guys come back to another stream that we're going to probably do very, very soon. We've got some videos coming up, I believe. Me and James Ronan, Jurassic James 1 on Twitter, we've got a new series coming out soon, hopefully, that we're planning on doing. It's called The Dinosaurs of Jurassic World. And we're going to discuss what they're like in the films and how their paleontological member differentiates and stuff like that. See the differences between the two. Anyway, I can't talk. Steve, just go, mate. Let's just get moving. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. You're distracting me, man.
I know.
We've got loads of stuff coming out. I've got more some Jurassic World Operation Genesis coming out too, and hopefully when Chris sorts his PC out, we'll back on the aisle.
Yes, I've got some more evolution stuff planned as well, including a comparison between the PS5 and the PS4 version of Jurassic World Evolution.
Yeah, that'd be very good. A side-by-side graphics as well would be really, really cool to see. Okay, before everyone goes, make sure they check out our Twitter and go and follow us on Instagram because we're trying to grow our Instagram followers. We post lots of cool photos on there. And big month's coming up. Where Swerve's in the house. Swerve, how you doing? Towards the end of the year, we've got lots of stuff coming. But yeah, guys, that was short and sweet, Swerve. We're just about to finish, mate. But if you go back about 10 minutes, you'll see us getting all the Rexes out from all of our collection. So, yeah. Anyway, only one thing left to say, boys.
Yep.
Life will find a way. Bye-bye.
Yeah.